May. They still have plenty of time. They can still get a deal done. You guys, they don't have a lot of time. There's a lot of things to do during the offseason. And we've also seen, like, I'm sorry to just be blunt about this, we've seen how the WNBA runs. It's not always the most organized organization. Like, they need the extra time. They need the free agency period to get the player signed. They need to do this expansion draft. They need to do the literal WNBA draft. And I thought it was so interesting because the Toronto Tempo tweeted this. They said, big things coming your way. A glimpse into our 2026. And it says a snapshot of the year ahead. Schedule release. That should have been done in December. The schedule is normally released in December. WNBA expansion draft. The WNBA expansion draft was done last year, or 2024, I guess, in December of 2024, ahead of the 2025 season. Free agency starts in just a couple of days if you're going by the regular WNBA schedule. So you're already, with these three things, you're already behind. And it's such a big year to do these things. Like, you mean to tell me that you're going to have the WNBA expansion draft? When is it going to happen? Why doesn't the WNBA have a date set for the expansion draft? They don't even have a date set. It's not even like, oh, the expansion draft should have been on this day and now we're going to push it back. Do they not have it planned? Do they not have any planning for it? Like, this is kind of crazy to me. Am I the crazy one? Is anybody else thinking about this? And then the Toronto Tempo said they have the mascot reveal, the court unveil, the WNBA college draft. I don't even know. What is the WNBA college draft? You mean the WNBA draft? What's a college draft? Drafting players who were in college to be in the WNBA, that's just the WNBA draft. Sorry, I'm getting really ranty here, but some of this stuff really annoys me about how unprofessional and just not put together some things are in the WNBA. Then they have the Rebel jersey unveiled. Then they have training camp, okay? So training camp is getting us into April. So there's truly not that much time. It also bothers me too, because if I look back at the content that we are making around this time last year, it was a lot of WNBA things, like real basketball things, not the drama, not the back and forth. It wasn't any of that. We were breaking down off-season workouts. We were talking about the expansion draft. We were talking about free agency, what players could go to what teams. Like, there were things to talk about. All of that is halted because they can't get a CBA done. Now, through all of this, Unrivaled just kicked off. And it's funny because Breanna Stewart and Nafisa Collier talked to the media very differently about these CBA negotiations. And some people on Twitter were even saying, like, it's a good cop, bad cop situation. And I'm sure you guys saw the most recent quote with Nafisa Collier. She said, being on this side with Unrivaled, I know what it takes to run a sustainable business. So I think if they can't find a model that makes that happen, they need to put people in place who can. And Nafisa has just kind of been beating the same drum since the finals of last year. She doesn't like Kathy. She's made that really clear. She doesn't like the people who are in charge at the WNBA. She has made that clear. And it seems like every time she talks about the CBA, she continues to make that clear. Breanna Stewart has kind of taken a different approach. Neko Gumake has also taken a different approach to what she is saying in the media. But this quote in general has already not aged well. You truly can't compare Unrivaled to the WNBA. Unrivaled has been around for one season and one weekend. It's already not doing as well as it did in season one. And I want to go back to the original reason that Unrivaled was created. It was created so that players wouldn't have to go and play overseas in the off season. It wasn't created to get this massive television viewership. Nafisa Collier and Breanna Stewart said they want to pay the players well. They want to keep them in the United States of America so they don't have to play during the off season. Like, they want to give them somewhere to go during the off season where they can make a good living. They did that. Now, the ratings for Unrivaled, the sustainability of Unrivaled, is the thing that can be questioned. The 2025 numbers from last season, they had a 0.10 rating and a 0.09 rating for their two primetime games. And then this year, it's at the bottom of the barrel, 0.04, 0.03, 0.02. Now, we don't have the exact viewership numbers, but that's a significant loss. And we've seen it from just the buzz on social media. There's not as much buzz around Unrivaled. There's not as much marketing around Unrivaled. They don't have as big as players playing in Unrivaled as they did last season. Like, there was definitely a lot of people who were interested in Unrivaled because it was their inaugural season. They were like, what is this all about? But unfortunately, you guys, it's a very niche product. It's a different game. A lot of people aren't that interested in 3v3 basketball. And I'm not trying to put down Unrivaled in any sense. I'm just saying it It's nothing comparable to what the WNBA is. The WNBA is the premier women's basketball league in the world. And without the WNBA, Unrivaled, Project B, Athletes Unlimited, none of these other places work. If the WNBA doesn't have a season, people are not going to be running to go watch Unrivaled or running to go watch Project B. I promise you, wherever Caitlin plays, there will probably be a significant amount of people who go and watch her. But I still don't think it matches up to the numbers that the WNBA would have if they would continue on with the momentum that they've had for the past 2 seasons. And I don't even want to sound harsh in saying that, but it's just kind of reality. And we have to start living in reality. We have to start honestly reporting on women's basketball, because that's also another step for this league. Like, we have also seen on social media lately how so many people have been coming on Candace Parker for her comments about Paige Becker, which again, her comments about Paige Becker's were based around basketball. She was talking about her performance on the court. We have to get to the point in women's basketball media where we're not just literally glazing every player. Like, we can't just sit up there and talk about basketball and say, oh, they're great, they're great, they're great, they're great. We need to be able to be realistic and honest about the reporting, because you do more harm than good when you're trying to constantly spin a narrative. Oh, Unrivaled is this super successfully. It's not yet. Maybe it will get there. Maybe it won't. Maybe it is successful in a sense that they've created an off-season place for players to train, to get in shape, to be in the United States, to improve on their game. But when it comes to getting butts in seats and watching it, it's not successful compared to the WNBA. But anyway, you guys, I think that's all that I have today. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Of course, I will continue to update you if there are any developments in these CBA negotiations. Just cross your fingers. At this point, I don't know what to predict. Just cross your fingers for the best. If you like women's basketball, if you want to see the Fever play, if you want to see Caitlin play, if you want to see Paige play, if you want to see Angel play, if you want to see Asia play, if you want to see Nafisa play in 2026, then cross your fingers that they get a deal done. And they get a deal done quick, because there is a lot of things that need to be done during this off season. But with that, you guys, please let me know all of your thoughts in the comments below. Thumbs up this video